Hi there guys, and welcome to my first attempt at shoutcasting some Chaos March MechWarrior Living Legends. This is a game with the SJs against WR in a raid. So basically a raid is a point attack game or a capture point game. So this is a capture point game where the team has to try and get as much score as possible by the end of the time limit, which is a 40-minute game. So straight off the bat here, we've got some attacking going on here with the SJs battling for the center base of this map, which holds the only airstrip in the game. The other two bases, the home bases, have VTOL areas and mech base. This is the only airstrip in this map. So we've got some fight going on here, and most of the WRs committing to this mid base, with the SJs sort of splitting up, trying to capture the side bases along with other elements of WR fighting against them. It's 10v10, so we're off the bat. You can see 6 of the WRs versus 3 now of the SJs with, who was it going down? Superman went down super quick. So you see the SJs have gone for a totally ground-based, oh, there's Ben just gone down as well, Jesus. SJs have gone for a totally ground-based sort of formation here, with Evan and Proxima trying to retreat. That's Evan and the Cougar, I believe, which is his favourite starting deck. Oh, he goes down as well. That's a lot of money going. A lot of the SJs going to that level. Proxima retreating already. It's a shame I can't see the map in this mode, but oh well. We've got some fighting over this end with the WRs pretty much taking mid base and holding the airstrip. So over at this top base we have Star Wraith in a Donner, I believe it's the ATM Donner, trying to harass a lone SJ. Is it down here? Oh, there's two. It's Rook Zero and Andrew. Andrew versus Bob in his favourite harasser, I think it's the team-up harasser. Freed in a laser Hephaestus, and Star Wraith in his Donner. And I think they're going to zone out these SJs here. It's just too much varied firepower and maneuverability for them to handle trying to hold this mech bay. And WR, I've got Evan coming down in his Osiris, I think it is. Yeah, it's the Osiris. I can't remember which variant that is, I'm afraid. I'm not that good at this game. I just like shoutcasting because this game doesn't really have a lot of attention, especially competitive-wise. People love to play it. It's a very dedicated... oh, Marius. Marius just went down. I think he was as a BA. He's got an APC around here somewhere. Carbonell taking him out, so that's first blood for the SJs. The SJ is just trying to group up here. Well, as I was saying, this game doesn't really have that much following outside of the core members of the clans and a few, a few pubs and mercenaries. So it's nice to give this game some highlight and, shoutcast it, or sorry, speakcast it, or whatever I'm trying to do here, in a way that makes it a bit more exciting than it is. So the SJ is trying to flank here. It looks like WR is getting a bit out of position. Gnome King trying to go by himself. Corn back there. Indomitable Will and Tuz just sitting mid. Gnome King not sure what he's doing. He's going to get caught out here probably. Ben just right inside him there. Cairo just sort of flipping around into his range. Trying to get there. Starbase coming in to this main SG presence. Might get picked off, but we might get a few good hits off. Let's see how this battle for top base is doing, then I'll zip bottom and see what's going on there. Evan flanking around the left. These two SJs managed to hold this really well. I'm very surprised. Really good work. I mean, Rook Zero's got totally bashed up with what's that one called again? I should know this. That's dumb. Anyway, he's got a really bashed up mech there, and Andrew is keeping good repairing, and obviously they're spawning from this base now, trying to outmaneuver City Robo coming out with another fuck, what is that called? Jesus Christ. Honestly can't remember. Star Wraith still trying to rain down some damage on Evan, I guess. Evan is probably a priority target because he has a lot of money invested into his asset. I think he's got his Cougar back. Yes, no, he's back. He's an Osiris, so well, that was a lot of money wasted in the first 5 minutes for him then. It might prove to be a pretty bad mistake. So we can see the score is currently WR leading by 300 points, and the way you get points in this game is holding bases, taking bases, dealing damage, and getting kills. That's the main ways. Every time you take damage, you get a little bit points. Kill someone, a lot of points. See if anyone's up here. Quad core from WR, probably just captured this by himself, sauntered right in. The main objective in this map will be mid base, because with the flyers on each team, I mean, I know that Proxima is a good flyer and Andrew's a good flyer. On WR, I'm not sure about anyone. No King, maybe Marius, Korn possibly, good flyers. Star Wraith is shit at this game and shouldn't be allowed to develop. Give me gold now. Oh god, Indona will cut way out of position there, allowing the SJs to basically just walk in unopposed. I mean, there's no one around. Tuss, Marius, Bob are all coming in, but there's no one around here. It's a silly way to die, really. Marius as a BA, he's a pretty good BA, I recall people talking about him. I mean, most of these people are veterans, so oh god, he gets picked off pretty easy there. Most of these people are veterans, so they are pretty good at every asset they try. That's Bob in the 3 ER large laser, whatever that new one is called. Rook's Hero goes down. He was in the damaged mech already. Marius taking him out. Good thing about BA in this area, Marius can spawn quickly, get into the battle quickly, has some very high damage weapons for the cost, but obviously just like that gets picked off really easily, especially when you're against a coordinated, communicating, and you know, overall good player. So mid is now dominating. We see the flyer come up soon. WR trying to regroup. Don't know if they've got much callback. I mean, they've got the bottom base unopposed. Let's have a look top base, see if there's anyone here. I don't think so. I think all the fighting is going on mid. No, it doesn't look like anyone's in top base. Someone could just saunter right in and take it. You zip quickly back here. And there's Ben in the first. Oh, it's just so he's at $1. Large laser, ATM $1. Looks like WR trying to take him out quickly. They know he can be a problem if he's allowed to continue out of range, so totally unopposed. And SJ's just content to sit back and let their score timer catch up. I mean, they've caught up 200 points, 150 points in less than 2 minutes, really. It just goes to show how wildly this game can swing. Because there is no repairs in mid base, only at the home bases and the side bases. Trying to hold this for a long period of time without relief or reinforcements can be really hard. We see Marius here. This is a good thing about another good thing about BA. They can just saunter in under radar, capture the base, get out. We see SJ's moving for the bottom base now, which has been held by WR since the start of the match. I don't think any of the WRs have gone to top base, but they are moving in on mid now in force. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 of the characters in this general area right now, with quad core getting caught out of position by Evan. We'll see this, if he's able to fight back or if he's just going to get totally obliterated. Well, Evan doesn't really have the firepower at this stage. Stupid mech I can't remember the name of. It's, oh god, it starts with an O, I'm sure. I have played enough MechWarrior and enough Living Legend and enough MechWarrior Online to know the name of that. Oh well. It'll come to me. Rick Zero getting harassed by a couple of guys over here. Will he do anything with it? I don't think so. I don't think they have the firepower to seriously stop them, but it could be quite damaged already. They're getting harassed by Ben, ER large laser. So I think he's going to get away. Maybe even he might swing around and concentrate his fire on the other hovercraft, try and take him down. We got an LRM match going on here. No King Prime trying to swing them over the mountains, do something with them, but So get to a little bit of a stalemate now. I mean, most of the SJs are probably down here in bottom, regrouping, selling, rebuilding, upgrading their assets to something with a bit more punch, something that can hold mid a bit longer, because right now they don't have any staying power with these assets. So we'll see what goes on with this next Pyro get. Oh my god, I've said the name and I can't remember it again. That's so stupid. Cougar. It's a Cougar. It's a Cougar. So that's a quite good mech for trying to stay in the fight. It's I think it's still light, but it's got a little bit more armor than the starting off lights. I did notice in the SJ lineup there's no Chevys, which I find weird because Chevys can hold areas for a long time. So in this sort of game where there's only 3 capture points, I'd say you want something that could hold an area for a long time. Yeah, that's Tuzzin a Chevy now, and I mean, it would take a lot of firepower concentrate to get him down, especially if he's sitting in a defensible position like over here with his... Oh, there's Evan in a scat. Is that the scat? Yeah, he's the scat. So, really long eye poke. Yeah, so you can see that eye poke happening already. So he dominates at range. Anything under 1,000 meters he can totally get, and even up to 1,200 meters he's got in range with his hag. Just wearing them down before they even get into the fight. The SJ's still trying to run with their light mechs and light hovers right now. I mean, Evan's getting bombarded in this. Starbase and the Narcdonner, I think, are the Evil Eye, just providing overwatch for everyone, marking targets for the Isle Arms to follow. Oh, look at there they go now. Isle Arms just going in on Evan. He can't really escape these. He can't push if he's got a narc on him. Also, lots of going in on you, obviously. So if he pushes out into the open, he's a dead man. He's got to just find cover, stay in cover, and just wait for the narc to disappear. And we see the SJs here trying to form up, maybe just trying to get oh look, there's the so the SJs just trying to form up and get a sort of place where they can attack from, just poking in at the mid base, trying to wear them down, get them to go back and repair, or maybe even killing them. I mean, Indomitable is totally out of position here, can't get into cover quick enough, taking a lot of... Good thing about the SJs here is that they are attacking from better cover than Horde and Regulator. That's the name of that thing. Regulator. I think it has quite high armor, so it's got a lot of staying power. Obviously, staying power, it takes quite a lot to take it down. What's Gnome King got over here? Osiris? Is that what it's called? Oh, I can't honestly for the life of me remember it all. It's so bad, so bad. Why am I shoutcasting this game if I don't know what the fuck these things are? Bob over here, what the hell is he doing? Oh, that's just an artifact. Where's the real Bob? Where is the real Bob? Quad core, what's he rolling with now? Sully again. Bob. Regulator still? Regulator, so they've obviously captured this base, so that's them. Moving in. 25 minutes remaining. Inner Sphere lead barely. I mean, SJs have really made up that difference. But it looks like the Inner Sphere is creeping up a lot faster than the SJs are. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see a big fight start now. The SJs are moving in from the left side of the space. Starwraith taking off in the Navarre. Oh well, I'm sure we'll find out in a second what he's holding. Andrew in Starwraith has ditched his Evil Eye, so there's no longer the arcing. Oh, and here goes a big fight. I was missing it, looking at planes. So what we got here? Marius trying to do something with Jay against this onslaught. Ivan, Tuz, No King Prime, trying to, I don't know, poke before they leave. Oh, Ivan loses his large laser. That's half your weapon's gone, so your DPS is cut in half. Terrible. He's taking a lot of damage. Bob trying to swing around the side to cover him. they're going in for the kill here. Looks like SJ is chasing down the damaged mechs, making sure they can't retreat and buy back and repair everything that would keep their points above SJ. We quick take a look through this. I think that's the. I don't know what it is, how much. So I think everything's safe. If we look down at the actual battles, see what we're looking at here. I don't think this is a lot nicer. Zoom out. See Starwraith getting chased by the LRMs of the LRM party van, and Andrew just chasing him down. It's hard for Jesus. It's hard for airspace to zone out. Nona will totally out of position. Getting taken down probably pretty fast. Some more shots. He's just gonna be totally destroyed. But you look at this. This is a Chevy. I mean, it's against 4 mechs and 1 VTOL, and it's still trucking. He'll just keep going. Who would have known? Scores. SJ's pulled ahead, 100 points, 150 points. I mean, that's the way it's going to go this game. You got to push as a coordinated team, defend as a coordinated team. If you're not going to hold mid, you have to capture the side bases like the WRs are doing right now. They've captured the... I'm going to say that's north, just for fun. They've captured north base. South base could still be in SJ hands, who knows. It looks like SJ is about to consolidate their position here. Don't want to push up. Juffo's in the party van, LRMs. Just trying to consolidate the position. People going back for repairs or upgrades. This is what, in my mind, WR should have done earlier on, was return an upgrade or return and repair instead of trying to hold the position against a lot more enemies. But, you know, hindsight 2020. Let's go back over here. It looks like there's some action going on. If the game would let me see. You know, the spectator mode in this game is quite slow, so it's hard to get to all the places, and you know, it's hard, like the camera doesn't really want to do what you want it to do sometimes, so it can be quite hard. But we see SJ is trying to dig in to defendable positions against the LRMs. Starwraith up again in a VTOL. He's going to get harassed a bit by that part van. You know, the LRM part van's good at keeping aerospace again and faster assets always on the move and not going towards their specific location they want to go to. They want to go somewhere and they get a load of LRMs tracking them. It's hard for them to stay on course. So having this party van, even though it's not doing a hell of a lot of damage, they might miss a lot of rockets, it does keep the enemies occupied. I think WR have just got their own. If you look at that salvo, whatever, that round of LRMs just hit Marius right in the face. So his bushwhacker will be down a few points. Trying to hold places. But here's Korn. H-Cross Rommel, or is it? Coming in, and you know, SJs have either backed off or been destroyed. There's a lot of room for comebacks on both sides. Bob trying to change this. Stay Robo trying to escape. Is he gonna make it? Probably not. Proxima now trying to Juffo's out position LRMs are not a good thing to have. He's got no secondary weapon, only long range, so Tuz is just going to chase him up. Can't do anything, can't stop this. And Ivan as well is just going to keep chasing the LRMs, can't do anything to stop them. Home base is still quite far away, but the SJs are coming with reinforcements. Carbonell has Ryokin, the green gold one. We've got Blanner. Is that Blanner? No, I guess. And then, Evan and his Mad Cat. He loves Mad Cats. Absolute dick. Yeah, so I don't think WR are going to last long. They're getting zoned out by flying Donna, just picking off the scat. I think that's what they're doing in the area. They've got Osiris, Regulator, they've got an LRM Bolt, and then they've got a Sully, and that's pretty much it. They're pushing. So, and the Bush is going to shreds as well. All that damage, back torso's gone, and Marius is down. So it looks like this push from SJ is gonna clean up. WR should really be thinking about retreat, tactical retreat, get their faster assets like the Sully to go and take the side base. That's not Sully, it's get their faster assets like their VTOLs, sorry, not their VTOLs, their hovercraft, to go take side bases, pull away from this base. Oh, there's the Sully. Pull away from this middle base, because at this point it's pretty much a lost cause. If you're not going to get in a airspace asset right at the start, this mid base doesn't hold that much value other than map control, and they're going to lose map control anyway against this, so they should really be running in. Is that the arrows? That is the first arrows of the game coming in, and we're going to be seeing how someone is tagging for SJ. Is it Ben? There is someone on SJ's tagging for these arrows, which is pretty much goes hand in hand with having arrows on a map like this. It's the only way you can use them effectively. What SS using the arrows back here? It's probably catapult, I think. Yep, there's it is. Proximan's catapult. Great deal of coordination will be going into this right now. And Proxima will say arrows up, he'll fire them, and then the person with the tag will activate the tag laser when he sees a target, and the arrows will switch to go towards that target. I mean, that's the way I understand it. I mean, this allows people to bend arrows around hills, around cover. I mean, that's Indomitable Will just going down. Marius is down. Star Wraith, not in an air asset anymore. We've got two LRM polygons which don't have any area control, so unless they're supported, which they're not, they're supporting each other, which is not that great. They're just going to get picked off. I mean, Andrew, he's just going to get a little buffet of LRMs, but it's not going to do that much damage to him. He can go back, repair, come back in. It's fine. His team hold mid base. They can easily come back from it. And I think SJs have taken mid, and they're just going to back off a bit. Just let the WRs regroup and maybe push into mid base, and then they'll re-push in and kill them more. With their arrows, they've got a lot of area control. If the WRs push into the mid base there, they can arrow the mid base. That'll do a lot more damage than these little LRMs are doing. These LRMs aren't that great if they're not being supported by a pushing action or other weapons. But if we look over here, probably what we'll find is Bob capping top base. It's always something you got to keep in mind if you're behind, if you've lost mid base, if it's looking like you can't hold on to an area. The best thing to do is retreat, split up, capture other places, let the enemy team deathball as much as they want, because you can maneuver around them and capture other areas. As long as you don't die repeatedly to the deathball, you can always come out with an advantage to enemy deathball. And this is what we're seeing from SJ. It's just classic deathball, pretty much all their assets in one place. Well, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they have their aerospace, I think, don't they? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh well. They have an airspace somewhere, 6, 7. Let's just say it's up here. So they've got a death ball going because they know they can push mid, take it, retreat, barrage when WR say, "Oh, mid, it's undefended. We can go and attack it easily." So they rush in to mid. They get arrowed. They get LRMs. They get pushed with heavy mechs. You know, Evan comes up with his Mad Cat and punches him a bit with a ghost, and it doesn't really work out for WR. I mean, they take mid base for all of a minute. They get some points, but then SJ come in and so what we're seeing here is not really that much coordination. I mean, we've got 4 assets back here, 2 of them long range, 3 of them long range? No, just 2 of them long range. No, 3. 3 LRM part guns. I wouldn't say that's a great idea, considering the amount of AMS that we see that's starting to come up. I mean, we've got Juffos and Cairo both with AMS assets. I mean, it's a lot of LRMs, but it's not compared to the arrows, which can just obliterate this. But it's a good thing about these LRM power guns that they do have AMS, so any arrows that come in will have to be fired in concentration to do anything. So that's a pretty good counter to what SJ is trying to do here, is just long range missile spam. Because any missiles that do get through are going to do some damage, but with 3 LMS systems up, it's going to be hard going to get any of the arrows through. The arrows are really what you want to get through to get the main damage. You get a score. I mean, SJs are still ahead, but yeah, they're ahead by 300, and it's not great. I think it's the score. I thought the score was maybe stuck at 199, and we're going to get a Millennium Bug sort of thing. So we're into the recent memory of score for the SJ side. That was a stupid joke. I don't know why I said it. Indomitable Will out of position again, showing his back, I guess. Rook 0 in a... Oh god, that's bugging me a lot more than it should. But Indomitable Will, don't know why he's trying to chase this. He's going to get beam-boated by Carbonell. 0 will come in as well. Oh, there he goes. So, I mean, he has pulled these guys out of position a bit to the other end, but it's not going to do enough damage to worry the SJs. I mean, they've got a lot of heavy assets just sitting back here. Proxima sitting back with his arrows somewhere. Ben, what's he got now? Mizukari, is that right? I think so. Mizukari coming in with an assault, first assault in the match, I do think. Superman coming in with an Argus again. Yeah, so the match has just progressed into assault already. 20 minutes into the game, and I think that's the first assault we're seeing. Evan with the Mad Cat. Heavy you can get, and for good reason. It's multi-role, a lot of armor, a lot of maneuverability, and I think that's the... They think they've all got jump jets, do they? Maybe. Oh well, you can correct me, whoever is watching this, because you'll probably know more about Living Legends than I will. So you can pop tart easily, and it's got that anti-missile system for extra defense. We're seeing the WRs start to see SJ's own tactics used against them, although to lesser effect. Those arrows weren't really concentrated or directed anywhere. Who's firing them? It's Marius. Marius, what's wrong with you today? You look as if you're firing arrows. Yes, you can contact me to sing at your weddings and or funerals. Just leave it. So, score is widening once more for SJ's favor. I don't know if these side bases have been touched in a while. Oh, it looks like some action's going on over here. I'm just going to leave the main action. That's starting to bore me now. So we go over here. We see Gnome King, who I think is a weird choice to be over here. I mean, he's a pretty good player. He's quite low on score, to be honest. You can see the SJs have actually got a fair score advantage and fair rank advantage over WR. Maybe to be expected with this sort of pull away that they've got. So this base is still held by SJ, and we've got WR trying to just take down the base defenses so they can capture it easy. I mean, you could probably just stand in and it wouldn't be able to attack you, to be honest. So it looks like SJ have now got a sufficient amount of anti-missile system up. Oh, what is this? It's an artifact. Nothing's happening over here. Oh no, there is. We have Bob chasing City Robo in a bushy. Always taking the back torso, so City Robo's gonna have to stand and fight. He can't show his back anymore. Don't show your back, City Robo. Let Bob do it. Don't fuck you. Ah, he goes me down. Bob is a pretty good hovercraft player. What is it? The T-Bolt harasser for a very long time. Switched out. I mean, I remember playing a game of Bogs and he played the harasser for, and he was still effective. He's getting chased now by Andrew. I don't know if he's got the ability to take Andrew in the hot month can stave off quite a few large laser hits and maneuver around him. Let's go back and see what's happening mid, shall we? Nothing, I presume. Oh, the SJs seem to have taken mid. And Indomitable Will is gonna move into the middle. Hey, I guess the SJs have. That's weird. Oh, Ben's sitting here, just his Mizukari, just waiting. Indomitable Will taking the mid base away from them. Proxima and his arrow pull dangerously close to Indomitable Will. If he charged in, he would probably, I don't know if he'd kill Proxima, but he would definitely get him out of position, give his team time to pull up and take the base. And ooh, that was a close thumper. Thumper from the new Rommel, extremely high damage, or extremely high damage spread over a lot of components. But quite hard to aim. It's got a weird graphical bug where it looks like it's going higher or lower than it actually is. Someone tried to explain it to me yesterday, but I didn't really understand. It seems like something that shouldn't be attached to the weapon. It makes it harder than it should be to aim. Quad core here, crouching down, getting his lock with his missiles, and then not firing them. And then he's carrying. I'm sure it is. 2 PPC or 4 PPC Mizukari PR PPC one. I think I'm right. Fighting Marius, and then having to retreat here. Can't really take on 4 of WR at the same time, although WR in all lights and mediums still at a BA. I mean, in theory, he does have the firepower to do it, just not really, maybe not the courage. That was dumb. What I meant was he maybe doesn't have the armor to do it. That's what I meant. He maybe feels that he doesn't have the staying power to stay in the fight. The arrows coming in, doing their area of effect. Not really in the perfect area. No AMS up here though for WR, so they could take a lot of damage. Andrew coming up is Hawkmoth again. I mean, Andrew and his Hawkmoth has been pretty damn good, I think. Probably the silent winner of this game. I mean, you can say what you want about your massive assaults and your good heavies and your long-range bombardment, but a good Hawkmoth player can annoy the shit out of the whole team. I mean, he's gonna probably take out Ivan here. Oh, just missed him. But just the amount of aggro that he's pulling from the enemy team. I mean, when WR went for those 3 party van launchers, they probably tried to focus Andrew that whole time, and maybe Ivan here trying to do something with this. I mean, he'll be lucky if he gets one close. Rook 0 in the black. back mid. Looks like some of the WR guys pushed up a bit too far, getting taken from both sides in all holes, just unable to hold against him. And Donald Will trying to, I don't know, hide, I guess. Trying to hide in here. It's not really going to work. He's not even paying attention. And he loses an arm for it. So the reinforcements here, Korn in the Thumper Rommel. Just do some damage to SJ, trying to keep them out of the area. Bob coming up in Not a Hovercraft. What is that? RM launcher, just like we always loved. But he's gonna get zoned out by. Oh, Fiend. Fuck. I'm just gonna call you Fiend. Fiend coming out with a Raven, nice fast mech. Might not be in this sort of lineup. I mean, we've got what, Mad Cat, Blanner, Ryoken, and then Ben still in his music barrier, flanking around the sides. That's a lot of heavy firepower to deal with on the WR side. I mean, if I were them, I would just be trying to capture these side bases if they haven't already. I mean, I can't see the map. I don't know really what they've done. SJ's now have an 800 point lead with just 2 minutes to go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna need a miracle at WR. You're gonna need some sort of crazy tactic and just absolutely destroy them. I think there is oh, is that the Misakari going down? It is. Oh, that's the Misakari going down. If I'm right, I think there is some sort of, not combat mechanic, but sort of a David and Goliath sort of mechanic where you get more points if you destroy an asset heavier than yours. And that scales, I think. So you can kill an assault in a light and you'll get more points than if you use an assault to kill an assault. So we have a Ryoken chasing down quad core who's in a Ryoken's very good beamboats. Have 2 large lasers, 3 medium lasers. I think they've got a load of heat sinks so they can fire it fairly consistently. Don't need to chain fire that much really. Cauldronborn, OP mech, please nerf. Carbonell just not caring about these base turrets. I mean, what are we gonna do? Excuse me. Just tanking the hits. I mean, just take your armor and then it's gone. See, Robo probably doing the same. Cauldronborn can take a few hits, so it doesn't really matter. Let's look back at mid for the last valiant attack / defense of WR against the SJs. Wow, 800 point lead is starting to get. That's a long Tom shot. It's a little too late in this match. If they wanted long Tom, I would have transferred money to another team and then just another team member and then taken the long Tom a lot earlier instead of the arrows. Arrows are good, but a long Tom is a lot more zoning. Long Tom is just not that good. And that's the team's calling GG, I believe. That's over. Surprised we didn't see more airspace, but it must have been hard to take off. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my first ever Shotcast of MechWarrior Living Legends. I'm not sure if you learned anything, but if you did, I'm glad. And you know, if you like the game, if you've never seen it before, play it more. And if you have seen it before and you haven't played it in a while, play it more. And if you do play the game now, play it more. Chaos March runs every weekend. It's run by Duelist and Proxima, I believe, sometimes, if Duelist isn't here. And, you know, those guys, especially Duelist, does a great job. I mean, people give him some shit sometimes, but good job, guys. Keeping a nice competitive game type alive in what is a small community. Anyway, I've been Glarg. Thank you very much for watching and skipping right to the end of this video. Thank you very much. Bye.